The Shaw Prize 2004 Award Presentation Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Shaw Prize Foundation, welcome to the first Shaw Prize Award Presentation Ceremony. Before we go straight to the presentation, let us briefly introduce the Shaw Prize. The Shaw Prize is established under the auspices of Sir Run Run Shaw in 2002. The prize honors individuals, regardless of race, nationality, and religious belief, who have achieved significant breakthrough in academic and scientific research or application, and whose work has resulted in a positive and profound impact on humankind.
The Shaw Prize is an international award presently consisting of 3 categories of annual awards, namely the Shaw Prize in Astronomy, the Shaw Prize in Life Science and Medicine, as well as the Shaw Prize in Mathematical Sciences. The prize is managed and administered by the Shaw Prize Foundation based in Hong Kong.
The establishment of the Shaw Prize was first announced in November 2002. Since then, the nomination and selection had been conducted. The nomination process of the Shaw Prize 2004 started in June 2003. The winners were finally announced on 27th of May this year. In fact, this is the Shaw Prize's first annual award presentation ceremony. After giving everyone a brief introduction of the Shaw Prize, it should be time for us to begin the ceremony. Would guests please rise to welcome our honorable guests? May we have the honor of inviting our officiating guest, the Honorable Tong Chi Hua, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, China, to be accompanied by the founder of the Shaw Prize, Sir Run Run Shaw, to enter the presentation hall. We now invite the 6 prize winners to enter the presentation hall. Firstly, winner of the Shaw Prize in Astronomy, Professor P. James E. Peebles. Winners of the Shaw Prize in Life Science and Medicine, Professors Danny N. Cohen and Professor Herbert W. Boyer. Professor Ken Yut Wai. Sir Richard Dole. Winner of the Shaw Prize in Mathematical Sciences, Professor Chan Xing Shen. May we now have the honor of inviting our officiating guest, the Honorable Tong Chi Hua, the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, China, to say a few words.
Sir Run Run, Dr. Yang, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to offer my heartfelt congratulations to Professor James Peebles, Dr. Stanley Cohen, Dr. Herbert Boyer, Professor Jia Yan-wei, Sir Richard Dole, and Professor Chen Shengsheng. Needless to say, they are all top-class scientists who have made significant contribution to the advancement of civilization. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are gathering here not only to congratulate the 6 prize winners, but also to say thank you to Sir Run Run. The Shaw Prize, which is being awarded tonight, is widely recognized as the Nobel Prize of the East. Before closing, I would like to congratulate again the 6 prize winners and wish you great success in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tong. Thank you.
We now invite the Chairman of the Board of Adjudicators, Professor Yang Chen Ling, to address the audience.
Mr. Dong, Mr. Shaw, ladies and gentlemen, progress in science and technology in the 20th century have enormously raised living standards and increased human productivity. Progress in science and technology in the 21st century will certainly further accelerate such developments. With foresight and generosity, Mr. Shao has established the Shaw Prize. Tonight, at this first ceremony, we are here to witness the beginning of the annual award of Shaw Prizes, which will surely become one of the great permanent institutions in the history of mankind. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Yang.
We now invite the chairman of the Shaw Prize in Astronomy Committee, Professor Frank Xu Sha Seng, to deliver a speech.
Mr. Dong, Mr. Shaw, Professor Yang, ladies and gentlemen. The Shaw Prize in Astronomy for 2004 is being awarded to P. James Peebles for a lifetime of groundbreaking contributions to cosmology and astrophysics. His leadership and vision have been critical for turning cosmology from a loosely constrained theory into the high-accuracy science that it has become at the beginning of the 21st century.
Thank you, Professor Xu.
We now invite the chairman of the Shaw Prize in Life Science and Medicine Committee, Professor Arthur Lee Kwok Cheung, to give a speech.
The Honourable Mr. Dong, Sir Run Shaw, Professor Xian Yang, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps I start by introducing Dr. Stanley Cohen and Dr. Herbert Boyer. The discovery or invention of DNA cloning by Cohen and Boyer over 30 years ago has fundamentally changed the entire approach to biomedical research. Their discovery have provided the foundation of much of contemporary biomedical research and have led directly to the extraordinary advances made in molecular biology and medicine. If I may now turn to Professor Gan Yut Wei. Previously, Professor Khan published a series of papers on the traits and detection of thalassemia. And in 1972, he detected the sickle cell gene in the human fetus and provided insights on the potential for intrauterine diagnosis of sickle cell anemia. The contribution made by Professor Khan on DNA polymorphism made it possible to trace the transmission of disease-causing genes in families and pedigrees. If I may now turn to Sir Richard Doyle. Sir Richard Doyle is widely acknowledged as the father of modern cancer epidemiology. His work led to our understanding of the preventable environmental causes of cancer, the most notable of which was a case-control study that established a link between smoking and lung cancer. Doyle's second major contribution was his demonstration of the linear dose-response relationship between ionizing radiation and leukemia. In this, he showed that there was no absolute safe dose of radiation. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Lee.
We now invite the chairman of the Shaw Prize in Mathematical Sciences Committee, Professor Wu Wenquan, to deliver a speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Chen Xin-Seng, he introduced the notion of characteristic classes, particularly the monumental Chen classes, which had since penetrated into all major branches of modern mathematics. Chen's influence even reached other branches of modern science, particularly theoretical physics, especially in gauge theory, in string theory, and in condensed matter physics. Chen's contribution to mathematics is both deep and broad.
Thank you, Professor Wu.
A design competition, the Shaw Prize International Design Competition, was conducted in 2003 to seek a superlative design to represent the award. Internationally renowned designers and local designers were invited to take part in the contest.
The final design of the certificate and the medal has evolved from some of the concepts of the winning entries. The front of the round medal displays a portrait of Sir Run Shaw, next to which are the words and Chinese characters for the title, the Shaw Prize. On the reverse, the medal shows the award category, the relevant year, and the name of the prize winner. A still imprint of the Chinese phrase, 在天命而用之, quoted from Sun Tzu, a thinker in the Warring States period of Chinese history between 313 and 238 BC, meaning grasp the law of nature and make use of it, appears in the upper right corner.
In fact, the quote of Sun Tzu was brought up by Professor Yang Chen-ning, the chairman of the Board of Adjudicators, during the planning stage. He felt that the quote matches well the spirit of the Shaw Prize. It is hoped that scientists will continue to dedicate their efforts on research and studies and to practice the spirit of Sun Tzu.
Now comes the award presentation. We are much honored to have the Honorable Tong Chi-hua, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, China, to officiate at this important occasion.
We also have the pleasure to invite the founder of the Shaw Prize, Sir Run Run Shaw, to accompany Mr. Tong to present the prizes to the winners. Mr. Tong and Sir Run Run, please.
The winner of the Shaw Prize in Astronomy 2004 is Professor P. James E. Peebles. Professor Peebles is currently Professor of Physics, Princeton University. He has laid the foundations for almost all modern investigations in cosmology, both theoretical and observational.
Mr. Chief Executive, Sir Run Run, colleagues and friends, I am deeply honored at this award. I am delighted also at the evidence that my subject is now to be included in the well-developed branches of physical science. It is a remarkable thing that nature operates by rules that we can understand in successive approximations, yet your cell phone shows you it is true. It is to me truly startling to think that one can apply these scientific methods to the evolution of our universe, yet the evidence is there, clear and compelling, and the evidence also is here in this award. Thank you.
This year, there are 2 awards for the Shaw Prize in Life Science and Medicine 2004. The first award is to be shared by 3 winners.
The first half goes jauntily to Professor Stanley N. Cohen and Professor Herbert W. Boyer. Professor Cohen is the Professor of Genetics and of Medicine and Principal Investigator of Stanley N. Cohen Laboratory at Stanford University. Professor Boyer is a biochemist and genetic engineer and was a professor at the University of California, San Francisco.
Honorable Mr. Tong, Sir Run Run, Professor Yang, fellow Shaw Prize recipients, and distinguished guests. I'm deeply honored to be a recipient of this year's Shaw Prize and to share it with Herb Boyer and Y.W. Can. I think it's worthwhile noting that the work that Herb and I have done that's being recognized this evening stemmed from a desire to answer questions about natural fundamental phenomena, not any intent to invent genetic engineering or to cure a specific disease. And yet it's been very gratifying to see the practical benefits that have come from this pursuit of basic knowledge. Science isn't done in a vacuum, but in fact, all discoveries are based on years of discovery by others that have come previously. And I thank the multitude of unnamed scientists who have laid the foundation for the work that's being honored tonight. And I thank all of you for participating in this occasion. Thanks.
Honorable Chief Executive Tong, Sir Run Run Shaw, thank you for this wonderful honor. I thank the Foundation and all the committee members. This is a truly wonderful night for myself and the other recipients to come here and be honored for the work we did so many years ago. But the Shaw Foundation not only provides recognition for the scientists here on the stage, but I'm sure it will provide the inspiration for the young scientists who will someday stand here as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Boyer.
The other half of the first award for the Shaw Prize in Life Science and Medicine 2004 goes to Professor Ken Yut-Wai. Professor Ken is currently Louis K. Diamond Professor of Hematology, Medicine and Laboratory Medicine of the University of California, San Francisco.
Guest tonight to award me of this prize. There's a saying that no man is a prophet in his own country, and particularly when I'm giving this prize, because I came from Hong Kong, I think it's an extra honor. I also want to say how happy I am to follow Professor Coe and Professor Boyer, because it is through their discovery on clonal gene that I was able to do the work that I was able to do. So thank you very much, and I said that as a native son from Hong Kong, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
The second award for the Shaw Prize in Life Science and Medicine 2004 goes to Sir Richard Dong.
Sir Richard is widely acknowledged as the father of modern cancer epidemiology. He is currently an honorary member of the Clinical Trials Service Unit and the Epidemiological Studies Unit of University of Oxford.
Your Excellency, Sir Run Run, colleagues and friends, this award to me will give enormous pleasure to all people, medical people, working in public health throughout the world, from the recognition that you do not have to use very abstruse methods of research in order to discover the causes of disease which are capable of being prevented and may have an impact on the health of millions of people. And secondly, to say, and I believe this applies to all branches of research, that an individual's success depends upon being in the right place at the right time. And I was particularly fortunate in starting my work at a time when epidemiological research was only just being developed as a way of studying the causes of chronic diseases. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Richard.
The winner of the Shaw Prize in Mathematical Sciences 2004 is Professor Chen Xing-Sheng. Professor Chang is the foremost geometer of our time. He founded the Mathematics Research Institute at Nankai University and is the honorary director since 1992.
Mr. Dong, Sir Run Run, ladies and gentlemen, I'm greatly honored by this prize, and I will be proud of it. I would like to take this opportunity to inform you of some striking news on the recent development in differential topology. It is the proof of the so-called Poincare conjecture, a long-standing, famous unsolved problem for over 100 years. And this direction was started by the American mathematician Richard Hamilton. It was continued with great success by a young Russian mathematician by the name of Grisha Perelman. He worked very hard for more than 7 years and came out with some striking result which could lead to a proof of the so-called Poincare conjecture. After giving some thought on this problem, I have the feeling that another proof could possibly be given using more projective geometry, which has a brilliant history in the 18th century. So I will be thinking about this problem, and if something comes out, I hope to have the honor to dedicate my work to Sir Run. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Chen.
Once again, congratulations to all the Shaw Prize winners. Now we'd like to invite Mr. Tong Chi-hua, Sir Run Shaw, and the prize winners to take a group photo to commemorate this great occasion.
Would all the prize winners kindly come forward for a group photo, please? Thank you once again to the Shaw Prize winners for their contributions and innovations to the academic science research and application. Our winners will soon visit renowned universities in Hong Kong as well as the mainland to give lectures on their studies and research. We are sure that both local and the mainland students will benefit tremendously from their visits.
We trust that the presentation event tonight will be an incentive and encouragement to all those who engage in science studies and research in promoting the development of sciences and technology.
We wish to take this opportunity to thank you all for your presence. In particular, our honorable officiating guest, Mr. Tong Chi-hua. We also wish to thank the adjudicators and all the members of the Shaw Prize Foundation for their dedication and contributions to the Shaw Prize.
See you next year.